and therefore you cannot just pay what was spent by your opponent. But, Mr. Speaker, it should be understood clearly that governments are continuous. Whether you are the one who spent them or you are not the one who spent them, you have the responsibility to pay for them. And you are accountable to them when it comes to Parliament, when it comes to the controller of budget. You have to account for what was spent by the government, and that government, whether you are the one who spent or not, is your government. It is the government of Siaya, it is the government of Kisi, whether you like it or not. So why do you want to degrade or disgrace what was spent by your brother or your opponent? What should be done? Those things you should not involve wananchi to tell them to wait because you are still auditing. Auditing what? Mr. Speaker, I wonder really why these spending bills keep on coming, and we know that the county doing business with counties has become very expensive, because you know that people, when they deal with the counties, they have to put higher price because they also borrow money from the banks, and the banks also charge them interest. So when they offer services to the counties, they have to also offer it more expensively because they know they are not going to be paid. They know they are not going to be paid immediately, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious matter, and I heard Honorable Lekina suggesting amendment of some laws and so on. But let us amend, first of all, the main law, which is the County Government Act. Let us amend that County Government Act to make it a first charge on their budget when they are making any expenditure. The payment of pending bills becomes a first charge, and it is paid before any other thing is paid. Even it takes priority over salaries. Then salaries become the second, and so on. Mr. Speaker, the government, the main government, that is the law which appears, which is there, that the debt service takes precedence over any other thing. But even in the national government, they still find a way of going around and keeping pending bills and separating them from payment of debt, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I also want to say something about the equalization fund. Mr. Speaker, this equalization fund was meant to serve a few counties, which were 12 counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, even though they were supposed to serve these 12 counties, consideration should be taken of historical injustices. Mr. Speaker, there are some counties like mine, because we have been in the opposition for the longest time than all the others, Mr. Speaker, some of the counties around my area. Mr. Speaker, we have also been marginalized. We have been completely marginalized, and I'm happy that at least something small is coming to my county for marginalization, as a marginalized county, because truly, Mr. Speaker, it is not being given for nothing, and I must appreciate that we are also getting something small for marginalization, Mr. Speaker. This is a historical thing which happened to our counties, and I would like to appreciate that aspect. Mr. Speaker, I would also like to talk something small about my county. Mr. Speaker, my county, we get over 8 billion shillings, 8.5 billion shillings, and an equalization fund equally of close to 2 billion shillings. Mr. Speaker, it is a shame that you go to markets like Bondo, you go to markets like Siaya, you find people have downed their tools, and some of them have even poured rubbish on the roads. The roads are smelling because they have not been paid, Mr. Speaker. Where does their salary go, Mr. Speaker? Salary is a given thing. It is something which is allocated, and the monies should be available. Unless somebody is not accounting for the monies they are being given, and therefore the controller of budget is withholding the release of funds to them. That is their own shout. They should not make the workers suffer on the ground, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was very sad when I saw our people suffering, sometimes 3 months, 4 months, and 5 months, Mr. Speaker, not receiving their salaries. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would also like the county government, please, please, don't deal with the employees of the county as your own employees in your own house. Don't use them for political reasons. Those are civil servants paid by the people of your county, particularly my county, Siaya. Why should you be shifting people here and there and expelling them from jobs here and there simply because they are politically not supporting your ideas? If your ideas are bad, the private views of your employees after leaving office are their own, and they are entitled. And when you say you are a Democrat and you want to be a dictator in your own county, then that's your ideal, which you are preaching to the country. You are preaching water and drinking wine. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to speak more than that. I think I have given my views on this issue of this bill of division of revenue. And Mr. Speaker, I would like to end by saying that I support the bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Oburu, for supporting the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2026. Senator Kisang.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, on the onset, I want to say I support the bill. Honorable Speaker, from what we had last week and also what we are discussing today, Honorable Speaker, we have gotten additional 13 billion compared to last year's 415 billion, Honorable Speaker. And the committee that was mediating made a lot of effort, and that's why we were able to get 13. But I want to tell them, last year, where I was a member of the mediation committee, we were able to lobby and we got additional 30 billion from 385 to 415. So next year, they need to put more effort so that we can at least go to the 450 billion that was agreed upon in the NATCO report. The reason why I'm saying that, Honorable Speaker, it's because I'm among the 12 small counties that have gotten affirmative action of 371 million every year from last year until 2029, Honorable Speaker, because these are counties that basically we were saying they were very busy basically paying salaries and buying mandasis and tea, Honorable Speaker. But at least now with the 371, they need to make an effort and do serious flagship projects that can be seen. In fact, I want to speak to my governor and my MCS that we had agreed in a meeting with them, Honorable Speaker, that the additional 371 million every year, they need to look for flagship projects in all the 20 wards of Elgeyo-Marakwet County that will benefit the people of Elgeyo-Marakwet County, especially in the health sector, Honorable Speaker, because across the country, we have issues in the health sector because we don't have machines, we don't have MRI machines, we don't even have capacity to diagnose cancer early, Honorable Speaker, so that our people may get treatment early enough. So those are the things that at least I'm happy about. And Honorable Speaker, I want to speak specifically about the affirmative action, the 371 million for each county. And I want to ask the governor for Elgeyo-Marakwet County and the other 11, including Nyamira, Tharaka-Nithi, Isholo, Lamu, Honorable Speaker, that if they have not confirmed the ECD teachers, this is where they can also ensure that our ECD teachers who have been on contract or on temporary for the last maybe 30, 20 years, Honorable Speaker, that they get employed on permanent and pensionable, and they get some reasonable salary, at least 20, from 18 and 20 and above 1,000, Honorable Speaker, so that at least they can have some decent income to feed their families, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, another issue that we also need to ask our governors, as they get these resources, is the CHBs. Across the country, Honorable Speaker, CHBs get prompt 2,500 from the national government. I don't know why the governors are not paying their part. This is something they signed for literally. They were not forced to sign. They signed, and they need to pay our CHPs on time. They need to pay them every month, like the way they pay themselves, Honorable Speaker. In fact, I was giving a suggestion, Honorable Speaker, to my governor and the MCS that if they are removing these 2,500 for each CHB from every ward, because in Elgeyo-Marakwet County we have what we call Equitable Development Act, where the money is shared among the ward equitable. If they are removing it as a development from the ward, Honorable Speaker, what they need to do then is when they are doing the budget, they need to remove it as a salary, as a recurrent, so that the CHBs, they get prompt payment, they can also plan, they can also budget on this particular stipend, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want also to weigh in on extension workers, weigh in on veterinary officers across our wards, Honorable Speaker, for us to have food security, for us to ensure we have enough milk, we have enough cows, we have enough meat, even to export, Honorable Speaker. We need to go back where it was those days. I remember during Moi days, we used to have agricultural extension officers across all our divisions going around educating farmers about the testing of the soil, looking at the products that they are supposed to grow, Honorable Speaker. So the counties, with these additional resources, they need to employ additional extension officers, additional officers, livestock officers, to help the farmers on AI, so that, you know, we can produce more milk, we can produce quality milk, we can also grow quality crops, Honorable Speaker. Especially in my county, we are doing campaigns on avocado, we are doing campaigns on coffee, we are doing campaigns on bilateral, Honorable Speaker. But without extension officers, we will not be able to achieve what we intend to do as a county, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, my colleagues have talked about bending bills. It is true. There are many people who have died, who have gotten stroke. Others have even committed suicide because of bending bills. We want to urge our governors, Honorable Speaker, especially the second-term governors. Some of them, Honorable Speaker, what they do towards the end, towards the election period, they overcommit even things that were not on the budget. They passed the budget. They give out contracts. They give out LPO, local service orders, or local budget orders, Honorable Speaker, and they commit. People put their own money, they do work, but when there is change of card, Honorable Speaker, this becomes, they are treated as suspicious expenditures, Honorable Speaker, and then people go for years, several years without being paid. And they have already committed the resources, they've done